What Google is doing could completely change how people interact with AI inside their homes. And if you think this is just a Nest speaker with a new name, you're missing the biggest story. Because Google's new Gemini-powered device isn't designed to answer questions. It's designed to become your personal AI assistant. And one feature being tested right now could make traditional smart speakers feel outdated almost overnight. Let's break down the 10 biggest things you need to know. Google is ending an era. For years, Nest speakers were Google's answer to Amazon Echo devices. They played music, answered simple questions, controlled smart home devices, set timers. And that was pretty much it. But AI has changed the game. Google knows consumers now expect more than simple voice commands. They want conversations. They want intelligence. They want an assistant that actually understands context. That's why Google is reportedly moving away from the traditional Nest approach and pushing toward Gemini-powered hardware. This isn't a product refresh. It's a complete shift in strategy. And what comes next is where things get interesting. Gemini is the real product. Most people will focus on the hardware. That's a mistake. The hardware isn't the star of the show. Gemini is. Think about it. The speaker itself is simply the delivery system. The real value comes from the AI living inside it. Instead of asking a device for the weather and getting a basic response, users may be able to have natural conversations. Ask follow-up questions. Get personalized recommendations. And continue discussions without constantly repeating themselves. That's a huge leap forward from traditional smart speakers. Context changes everything. Here's one thing many people don't realize. Older smart speakers typically treated every command as a separate request. Gemini doesn't have to work that way. Imagine asking, "What's the best Italian restaurant nearby?" Then saying, "Which one has the best reviews?" Then asking, "Make a reservation for 4 people tomorrow." The AI understands the conversation flow. You don't have to start over every time. This sounds simple, but it's actually one of the biggest upgrades consumers will notice. Pattern interrupt. Imagine walking into your kitchen and having a conversation with your home instead of giving it commands. That's the future Google is chasing. Smart home control gets smarter. Current smart home systems work, but they're often frustrating. You need exact commands, specific wording, and sometimes multiple apps. Gemini could simplify all of that. Instead of saying, "Turn off the living room lamp," you could say, "Make the house feel ready for movie night." The AI could dim lights, adjust smart blinds, lower the thermostat, and even start your TV setup. One request, multiple actions. That's the difference between automation and intelligence. Personalized assistance becomes reality. This may be one of the most powerful changes. Gemini can potentially learn preferences over time. Your schedule, your habits, your routines, your favorite content, your most used smart devices. Imagine waking up and hearing a personalized morning briefing. Traffic updates, calendar events, weather conditions, important emails, breaking news relevant to you. All generated automatically. Not generic. Personalized. And that could make these devices dramatically more useful than today's smart speakers. The productivity potential is huge. Most people are thinking about music and home automation. But productivity could become the real killer feature. Imagine saying, "Summarize my emails. Create a grocery list. Help me plan a weekend trip. Draft a response to this message. Create a daily workout schedule." These are tasks AI already performs. Now imagine accessing those abilities through a voice-first device anywhere in your home. That's a completely different experience, especially for busy families and professionals. Pattern interrupt. But here's where Google may have a major advantage over competitors. And most people haven't noticed it yet. Google's ecosystem advantage. Google already owns a massive amount of consumer technology. Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Docs, Google Maps, YouTube, Android, Google Photos. Now imagine Gemini connecting all of those services together. Your AI assistant could understand your schedule, access your travel plans, reference documents, recommend videos, manage reminders, and provide information from multiple Google services simultaneously. Very few companies have an ecosystem this large. And that's why this launch matters. The surprising insight nobody is talking about: most people assume AI speakers will replace old speakers. That may not be what happens. The bigger opportunity is replacing smartphone interactions. Think about how often people unlock their phones, check information, search Google, open apps, read notifications. Many of those tasks could happen through natural conversation. If that shift occurs, AI devices become much more important than speakers. They become a new computing platform. And that's the long-term vision many analysts believe Google is pursuing. Privacy questions will matter, of course. There are challenges. Whenever AI becomes more personal, privacy becomes more important. Consumers will want transparency. What data is collected? How is it used? What information is stored? Google will need strong answers. Trust will play a major role in adoption. Because the smarter an AI becomes, the more people will want control over their information. This is likely to be one of the biggest discussions surrounding Gemini-powered devices. Competition is about to intensify. Google isn't entering an empty market. Amazon is investing heavily in AI-powered Alexa experiences. Apple continues advancing its AI ecosystem. Microsoft is pushing AI into everyday workflows. The smart home market is becoming an AI battleground. And consumers are about to benefit from that competition. Expect faster innovation, more features, better integrations, and more intelligent devices over the next few years. What this means for everyday users: here's the bottom line. Google replacing the Nest speaker line isn't really about speakers. It's about creating a new way for people to interact with technology. Instead of apps, instead of menus, instead of endless searching, the goal is conversation, natural communication, instant assistance, and AI that understands what you're actually trying to accomplish. That's a much bigger shift than most headlines are suggesting. And we're still in the early stages. The devices coming over the next few years could look very different from the smart speakers sitting in homes today. Google's Gemini strategy signals that the future of AI isn't just on your phone or computer. It's moving into the environment around you. And if Google's vision succeeds, the smartest device in your house may soon be the one quietly sitting on your kitchen counter. The real question isn't whether AI speakers are coming. It's how quickly they'll become something we use every single day. And as more Gemini-powered hardware arrives, we'll get a much clearer picture of where that future is headed. If you're interested in the biggest AI and tech shifts happening right now, keep an eye on this channel. Because this story is only the beginning, and the next wave of AI devices could be even more disruptive than most people expect.